Good morning. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Ooh, I love Facebook. Nice. Facebook has this thing up now that says live. Ooh, makes it feel like a morning show. The little red dot. This is my jam. This is Lean On by Major Lazer and DJ Snake. I don't know where the cats are. Somewhere. But good morning. Give you guys a little time to get on. If y'all do me a favor, thank you, RT Sanders. Please go ahead and share this. Share it on Twitter, on Periscope, on Facebook. I would appreciate it. Hey, good morning, Rashida. You do me a favor and go ahead and share this and get some more people on here. I'd appreciate it. Hey, good morning, Cindy. Good morning. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, good morning, Tim Brown. Hey, welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Having a ball up in this joint. My hair's all tied up. It's braided up. It's not dry. It'll be dry by this evening. Good morning, everyone. Look, it's fire gun. All right. Just a couple more seconds, guys, while people get joined in. I'm not going to dance this morning. I'm wearing my gym clothes, and I try not to be on camera with people seeing all my goodies, so I ain't going to dance this morning. Well, standing up anyway. All right. Okay. All right. So good morning, everyone. No, hot date with total life changes, Cindy Goodson. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. My name is Keenya Kelly. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me for the very first time live on Periscope or you're joining me live on Facebook, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and just type the word #new. That way I know that you're new. That way I know that you're here. If you're brand new, it's your first time joining me on the Keenya Kelly Morning Show, if you wouldn't mind, do me a favor and just type #new, just so I know that you're new and I can welcome you. Good morning, Mr. Means. I believe you are brand new to the Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you guys so much for joining me. For those of you guys that are new to me, my name is Keenya Kelly. I love marketing, I love network marketing, and I love Jesus. And so anytime you join me live on Facebook, live on Periscope, or live or in person, you'll always hear me talk about marketing, network marketing, and Jesus. Now, you'll also hear me talk about my infamous cats. I've got a 2-year-old cat named Maui. She's like Chilly Willy the Penguin. Moments ago, I saw her in my prayer room. She loves that room. She's always in that room with the worship music playing. She's chilling. She rarely ever comes out unless she can smell catnip, okay? And then she's like crazy. But then I have a kitten, and her name is Faith. Faith is like the Tasmanian devil. She's a kitten, so she's everywhere. And so at any point in time, anything could happen in here. She tends to like the tripod, likes me in front of the camera and all that stuff. And so she'll come and rub her face on the tripod. So if the tripod moves, it's because of Faith. And the reason why I allow her and I don't close the doors, because I like you guys to see me and how I am, right? And I love cats. I'm not a cat lady, but I love cats. And so I would expect you that if you are a mom working from home, that you would hear your kids every once in a while, right? So just wanted to say that to you guys because it's important for you guys to be yourself. And here on the Keenya Kelly Morning Show, I will always be myself, okay? Because the hardest thing to be is what everyone wants you to be. The easiest thing to be is who you are, right? I pride myself in being myself, right? I'm not perfect by any means, but I can only be me. You know, I remember earlier this year, people were trying to get me to, you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you should be doing this, and this, and this. And I finally had to say to them, well, you have all these expectations of what I should be doing and how I should be, but what about you? And the moment you throw it back on people, they're like, so people expect you to be pretty but not egotistical. They expect you to be thick but don't wear tight clothes. They expect you to be rich but not be strong. They expect you to be a confident woman but not be bold and all this type of stuff, right? And so I just made it up in my mind that I'm not going to do what anybody wants me to do, right? That I'm going to like, okay, God, what is it that you want me to do? How is it you want me to be? And help me become what it is you want me to be. Because it's so hard trying to be what my mama wants, trying to be what my daddy wants, trying to be where everybody wants me to be, doing what everybody wants me to do. And that was a miserable life, trying to be something that I wasn't, right? And so I want to unconsciously give you the permission to be yourself as well. If you like bold lipstick, put your lipstick on, okay? If you want to wear weave, put your weave on, girl. Whatever you want to do, okay? And just give yourself the permission to just be yourself. Because people will always label you and tell you what you should do, how they should expect you to behave, how you should be in your business, what you should do with your money, you know, all this type of stuff. And it's like, God bless you. Thank y'all for coming. God bless y'all. Good night. Right? Like, what's his name? Russell Simmons. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you. Good night. So that's kind of like how my attitude is. You know, I may not say that to people, but I'm thinking to myself, thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night. Right? So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me on this broadcast. Those of you guys watching on Periscope, please do me a favor and share this on Twitter, Periscope, and Facebook. If you're watching this live on Facebook, I want you to share this. It's just like sharing a quote or sharing a picture or whatever. You can share it, okay? So the Keenya Kelly Morning Show, we mainly talk about marketing and branding, all right? And so, because the thing about business is that everything we do is marketing and branding. Every single thing we do is marketing and branding. All right. So on my page, you'll never see me talk about politics. Right. And it's because I'm faith-based. Right. And I'm a business owner. Right. And so the truth is, it's like I want to attract people to me so I can move them along to Jesus. Right. That's my goal. Right. So in business, I attract people to me and I help them make money or whatever, help them become a good person. And then I want to move them along to Jesus. Right. So one thing I realize is that when you talk politics, people get into their feelings, or certain things, people get into their feelings. And so you're not able to really get inside of them to be able to minister to them because of what you just said, right? So for me, I don't know what's going on with Hillary, don't know what's going on with Bernie, don't know really what's going on with Donald. I just know that we got to pray, right? And so all types of things go on, right? And so that's branding. You have to be mindful of everything that you say, because if you come out and you say something about whatever, right? It's kind of like, I'll give you a topic, George Zimmerman, right? So clearly a lot of people know the situation with George Zimmerman years ago, now what's going on with all that, right? And when George Zimmerman was found not guilty, something like that, I think it was not guilty, people went ballistic, right? Business owners went ballistic on Facebook, and I was silent. And I've seen people do that, throw the shade posts like, you post about this, post about that, you won't post about this, you know? And I said to myself, okay, I had to think to myself, what is Facebook? It's a social media network, right? Okay, if I want to get change, what do I have to do? What do I know is the easiest thing to do to evoke change? Prayer, right? I'm like, okay, what do I use my Facebook for? Marketing, branding, and selling Jesus to people, right? So because I know that, I'm like, okay, I have to be mindful of the things that I say, right? Because what you type can always come out differently to other people, right? You may mean it in the most nicest manner, but because you put an exclamation point, because you put ... or whatever, people go crazy. Like last year or year before that, one girl was like, it makes her upset when people put ... after their stuff. And she feels like it's rude or something like that. And I came behind her and I said, well, you know, I think you're fantastic. I was like, but I put ... behind everything. And I was like, but the only reason why I do that is because I just put ... I don't really mean anything. And she's like, really? And I said, yeah, I just put ... It's just something that I do. And that conversation was like, I'm sure it made her go, well, maybe they didn't really mean it that way. But you can't have those types of conversations with people unless they allow you to have the conversation, right? Like, unless you go into your inbox. Like a friend of mine, white gentleman, he was talking about, what was it? What was the guy, was Mike Brown, right? And the white guy that, the white police officer that shot him or whatever. And my friend, I've been friends with since like elementary school, went online and said some crazy stuff about Christian and vengeance is mine and something. And I was like, oh no. And so a lot of people, the one guy screenshot him, posted him on his page, and people were blasting him from high school. And he was just like, he didn't understand what's going on. So I inboxed him and I said, here's the problem. You know, you and I have been friends a long time. I know your heart, but you're kind of doing the wrong thing. He said, well, why? And I said, well, as a black person, when you said this is how I felt. And he was like, I had no idea. And I said, and as a Christian, this is how I felt. You say you're a Christian, so you shouldn't be praying for God's vengeance. You should be praying for God's grace. God's going to do whatever he's going to do. You should pray God's grace and mercy on whomever, right? And he was just like, oh my God, oh my God. And I said, listen, all I can say is that you got to think in terms of Jesus, not in terms of whatever you got going on. And you probably should just stay away from that type of stuff. If you want to talk about something, call a friend, phone a friend. Me and my friends, we talk about it. Text message, Facebook inbox, or phone. We talk about that stuff. But I'm like, I want my social media to make me money. That's what I want to do with my social media, okay? So I say all that because that's branding, right? So today, as we're talking about marketing and branding, you need to consider those things that you're putting out there, all right, on your social media accounts. Now, originally, I was going to talk about the top three tips for dope graphics, right? The top 3 tips for dope graphics, right? So if that's what you guys want to hear, tell me that's what you want to hear. But I'm just kind of on this whole rant thing, so to speak, right now. But so just tell me, like, in the comments, if that's what you want to hear, or you want me to stay on this right here where I am. So my whole point is, listen, you have to ask yourself, why are you on Facebook? Why are you on Instagram? Why are you on these platforms? Why are you on Facebook Live? Why are you on Periscope, right? And everything you do is marketing and branding. Everything you do is marketing and branding. So listen, you can't be, that's like one of the things that I learned, right? And I'm learning that when I would go out of town, I would eat some of the worst foods, like worst in terms of like, hey, Ginger, I would eat some of the worst foods in terms of like weight loss, right? Like I went to Chicago, I had this massive hot dog, massive pizza, fried catfish, chicken, whatever, right? I enjoyed it. It was fantastic. Killed it. All of it, right? But I was reminded that, Keenya, you sell weight loss solutions. So, yeah, you're losing weight, but you can't go and post these images of this fantastic food that you're eating because you're selling weight loss solutions. And if you're marketing and branding your weight loss solutions, then you can eat whatever you want, but you need to not have that on your social media account. And I had to have the moment of myself, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, duh. That's like this weekend I'll be in Dallas for a Total Life Changes event. And I have no doubt that if I'm with Shauna and Shannon, I have no doubt they're going to be taking us all kinds of places. Now, granted, I'm on ACG. I'm 18 pounds away from my goal weight for this year. I probably won't be doing that, right? But I learned that I'm marketing and branding myself as the weight loss specialist, and I can't put that stuff out there. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's like, for me, I love to, that's right, Carissa. I love to talk about marriage. I love to teach on marriage and happy marriages and God, all type of stuff. But here's one of the things that I knew, and no one had to tell me this, but I knew that because I had gone through a divorce and I wasn't publicly gonna tell everybody the business, I said, okay, there needs to be a season where I step down from teaching all that type of stuff and I talk about other stuff. Not that I can't talk about it, but I said, oh, let me just give it a rest for a season because I'm not going to do that, right? And so here is the reason why I chose to do that. So chew up the meat, spit out the bones for whatever situation, right? So the reason why I chose that was because I remember it was like 2 or 3 people when they found out that we were getting divorced and whatever, people were calling me and they were crying. People were inboxing me just distraught. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, what happened? And they're like, but you gave me such hope for marriage. Y'all gave me such hope. And I was like, oh, dang. And I had to bust their bubble, so to speak, and say, it actually was really bad. You just couldn't see it because I don't post it on social media. So it like made them, their bubble like shrunk, like, oh man, right? So it's kind of like the whole grieving process. Like you grieve And like I had to grieve and go through the whole process, healing process and all that. And so now I'm good, but I'm no fool. I'm not gonna take every single time to talk about marriage and this and this when I'm not even in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I had to be mindful of my audience. But if you notice, I have started talking about a little bit of things here and there, right? Just starting to seed it back in the midst of things, because that's my passion. Marriage is my passion. Ministry is my passion. It's just who I am. And eventually one day I'm going to get back into the swing of my love, life, and relationships website will launch, and eventually, but I have to get people kind of into the groove of that. Like I wrote a blog post recently about submission. I watched a video with Devon Franklin and Megan Good, and I was like, ooh, that was good. That was really good. So I wrote a blog post about it on KenyaKelly.com. And of course, I'm like, all the views has been amazing. I wrote a blog post about my first date after divorce. I wrote a blog post about my second date after divorce. And so I'm slowly doing that. And my whole point of saying this is that you have to be mindful of what you are talking about, right? Because if you have a bad day with somebody and you post on social media, people will show you if people show you who they are, believe them the first time. We all know that's passive aggressive, and you need to control your disappointments, and you need to control your attitude, and you need to control your social media account, right? Nobody wants to hear that, right? And the truth is, it makes you look crazy, it makes you look emotional, and it makes you look like you are not emotional intelligent. Okay, I'm just being honest. Don't get it twisted. There are plenty of times when I want to blast somebody. Like somebody inboxed me something the other day and I was like, just delete them or put them on the block list or just correct it or just choose what to say to that person, right? Or nothing, right? And sometimes you want to just, right? But instead, I'll text my girlfriend Joy and say, all right, here's one of those things. I need to vent. And she's like, okay, well, get it out just so I can get it out and I'm not sinning, you know what I'm saying? Or causing somebody to screenshot and taint my brand, okay? Because that's one thing you got to be mindful of is that when you post stuff, people can screenshot that stuff and now you're all messed up. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like, the Kim Kardashian and Black China and Rob Kardashian, and I'll give you a prime example. What's that girl's name? Azalea? No, not Azalea Banks. She's a Caucasian, right? There's some black girl on the internet. Y'all tell me what her name is. Some black girl, I think she's a singer, dancer, or something. And she got into it with this 14-year-old about she ain't got no hips and something. She's talking about something crazy. It is Azalea Banks. Okay. Wait, what's the girl's name? Okay, Azalea Banks. So she got into some situation and it was just her popping off saying stupid stuff. Well, guess what happened to her? She got booted from some concert and now she's getting booted from all this type stuff, right? Because of her stupid social media account. Now she's not stupid, but because of the stupid stuff she posts on her social media account. Y'all get what I'm saying? What's his name? 50 Cent. 50 Cent declared bankruptcy and then gonna post on Instagram him with, thank you, Chris. I was like, okay. Post a picture of him with all this money. Hello? Like, dude, you're going through bankruptcy court. Screenshot. Here you go, judge. Really? Y'all see what I'm saying? It's just like, it taints your brand. It messes up your life. And it's just not worth it, right? So since we'll just keep going. So you guys have to really consider what you're putting out there to the social media world. Okay, because everything you do is branding you. Everything you do is branding you, right? And it's branding your company. You have to monitor that stuff. If you want to be known for Black Power, great. If you want to be known for white power, great. If that's what you want to be known for, that's fine. But you got to watch what you put out there because everything you put out has the potential of affecting your brand. It's like, I'll give you a prime example. Here's another one. Network marketers. Those are the guys that are watching this. Okay. So, network marketers. Let's just say you are in Total Life Change, just because I am, and then your girlfriend's in Mary Kay, right? Listen to me and hear me well. You should not be on your Facebook page or any social media talking about your girlfriend's Mary Kay business. You should not. You should know nothing in terms of your girlfriend's Mary Kay business, because you're marketing Total Life Changes and you're trying to recruit people in Total Life Changes and get them to buy your products. No, we don't sell lipstick, but still, you don't want them thinking Mary Kay at any point in time. You want them thinking Total Life Changes. Nothing on your account should say anything about any other network marketing company other than the one you're a part of. Why? That confuses people. Well, are you doing this or are you doing that? Are you doing this or are you doing that? I know you're supporting your girlfriend, but you ain't got to support her on the way you market your business. You can support her by going to the event, okay? You can support her by buying some satin hands or by buying some lip gloss or whatever. But you should not be talking about it on your social media accounts if you're in a different company. Listen. My girlfriend, Joy, love her, she started selling, she had an online jewelry party. I didn't repost that. I'll support her all day. But I'm not reposting that because this is a business. My social media account is a business. I'm not reposting that because it confuses my audience. I want my audience to join me in TLC. I'm not going to be talking about nothing else on my account. Y'all, is that making sense to everybody? I know this is maybe a touchy subject, and some of you guys are like, well, I love my girlfriend's Mary Kay business, and I love her unique business, or whatever. Listen, this is your business, and you should use your social media accounts if this is what you want to do to make money, to build a brand, to build an audience. But it's hard to do that if you're always talking about all this other stuff. You guys get what I'm saying? And I know that's a touchy subject, especially you love your girlfriend, or let's say your boyfriend is doing Herbalife, right? Listen, you need to tell your boo, I support you, but my social media accounts, I'm using it for this. Do you hear what I'm saying? If it's in competition, if it's a different network marketing company. But everybody won't do that. And the one thing I know without a shadow of a doubt is everybody ain't gonna listen to me. I know people are watching, but I know everybody's not gonna listen to me. And I can't control that. I'm not gonna try to control that. But if I can teach you something that I know about marketing and branding, right? That's like some of you guys that have been on here for so long. For those of you guys that have been on here for a while, in terms of you watch me a couple weeks, couple days, or whatever, when I come on here, I want somebody to type out, when I come on here, what do I say about myself? What's the first couple things I say about myself? All right, so do me a favor. I'm not going to say it, but what's the first couple things that I say about myself? Hello, my name is Keenya Kelly, and what do I say? Right? I just want somebody to type it out, okay? And we'll move on. I'll come back to it, right? So, that's right, Mr. Willis. Who else? So Facebook, you type that. Yep, that's it, Periscope. I'm not going to say it out loud because Facebook hasn't typed yet. Facebook has a delay. Exactly, Rashida. I love Jesus, I love cats, and network marketing. That's it, Deidre. Jesus and cats. Cindy, marketing, network marketing, and Jesus. Exactly. So when I get on here, I say, hello, my name is Keenya Kelly. I love marketing, I love network marketing, and I love Jesus. And then I have two cats. One is named Maui. She's 2-year-old, like Chilly Willy the penguin. And then we got Faith. She's like the Tasmanian devil. Why do I say that? I'm introducing myself to new people that may be watching me for the very first time, and I'm letting you know what you're going to hear. Marketing, network marketing, Jesus, and cats. So you know what you're going to hear. So if you don't want to hear this, you get off, right? Which is okay, right? So when people come to your page, your social media page, if your goal, that's right, network marketing, if your goal is to attract them to whatever your business is, then you can't be talking about foolishness. If you out at the club and you got your drink and you like, remember that song, I got my drink and my two-step? Listen, if that's what you do on the weekends, have your drink and your two-step. But if you're trying to build a business, and listen, you don't need to be talking about your drink and your two-step on your Facebook page. I'm just saying, prime example, Jesus, fix this. So, you call yourself a Christian, right? Oh, I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. Oh, Jesus is everything. Right? Well, you need to be mindful of everything you put on your page. Because some people say, well, God's not through with me yet, right? Okay. Or whatever. That's cool. But the last thing you need to be doing is showing yourself rolling a blunt, showing yourself drinking alcohol, showing all your goodies and all type of stuff. Now, whatever you do, is on you, right? Like I know some people that are branding themselves as coaches, speakers, and they talk about Jesus, right? And I tell them, listen, listen, you need to monitor what you putting on and what you putting out there. I don't know what you putting on when you ain't on social media, but what you put out on social media, you need to make sure that modesty is honesty, right? And they're like, well, why? And I'm like, hello, you're trying to reach Christians. Every Christian may not be whatever, so you're going to try your best to just be cute, but be modest, right? It's like y'all will never, ever, 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 ever see me in certain things. Now, when I get married, oh, he gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? On date night, all the type of stuff. But you ain't gonna see me on social media with that. Because why? Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? It's just... Y'all get what I'm saying? Okay. Because branding and marketing is everything. And everything you put out there has the potential of being just terrible. Like Facebook memories. Like, I'll give you an example about Facebook memories. I didn't know people could see them without you posting them, right? Now, but what I'm learning is that people can go to your page, they can click on the timeline, they can scroll down to 2013, 2012, 2009. They can go back and look at things old. Do you know what you got on your Facebook page? Do you know what you put down there? You're probably like, no. Listen. Somebody shared something of mine from 2013 yesterday, and I was like, how did she find that? And it wasn't that bad, but I was just like, right? And then I have my Return of the Curls fan page, and I'm like, every day somebody will like something that's like May 25th or whatever, 2013. And I'm like, how did they see that? I thought you couldn't see that stuff. But whatever you put out there, it's going to come back. I'm just saying. So you got to watch that stuff. That's why so many people have a hard time getting a job. Think about the people, like, there are a lot of people that are of European descent, meaning that are Caucasian. The words are in controversy right now, but, and he took a picture of his coworker's son, black son, right? And when he did that, hey, Marcus, they started making fun of him. And all his European descent friends started making fun of this kid. Well, guess what happened? The dude lost his job. Somebody screenshot it and the dude lost his job. Hello. Like the young girl that had NIGGER as Halloween costumes. They got suspended or something. Y'all see what I'm saying? People losing their jobs, losing this and losing that because of stupid stuff that they do on the weekends that they put on social media. If you're always finding yourself in and out of relationships with men or women, you don't need to be posting the dude. Listen, just stop. Wait till you get a ring and then post the dude. Or dudes, if you always out with a different girl, please don't post her until you're committed. Like, seriously committed. Because you're tainting your brand. You are tainting your brand. Your business brand. The thing that brings you money. The thing that pays your rent, your mortgage, your lights, your food. You're tainting it by the stuff you put out on social media. And people don't think about it. They're like, oh, it's just social media. No, it's not just social media. Because people, listen, according to the Bible, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Meaning he will use anything and anybody to destroy you. Right? Anything and anybody to destroy you. Including Facebook posts. Including YouTube videos. Including Snapchat. Including Periscope. Everything. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that said, I didn't know you got, like somebody recently said, oh my God, when did you get divorced? And I was like, oh, where's she been? You know, and it's okay. But because I didn't go out on social media world and say, we divorced. And this is because, here's why. Some people are still finding out. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute, all right? Like a minute, okay? And you know, but because I didn't go on there going buck wild crazy about whatever, I didn't take my brand. And so I'm saying all that to say, if you desire to to survive in this business world, then, right, good stuff, Deidre, then you got to be mindful of what you put out there to the social media world. You can put out whatever you want, but you just need to be mindful because you're watching this business scope. You got to be mindful of all the stuff you put out there on social media world. Everything. Like we talk about graphics, of course. Yeah, I don't have bootleg graphics. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The top 3 tips for the top 3 tips for dope graphics. But you just got to be mindful of all that stuff. Like you just got to be mindful, y'all. I'm just telling you. It's like I went on 2 dates recently, and I didn't tell you what their names were. I didn't put the picture. I didn't take a selfie with them. Nothing, right? It's not because I'm some serial dater. I told you guys before, it sounds crazy, but I get asked out a lot, like a lot. And number one, it's the booty. I always say it's the booty, and I dismiss most of them because I'm like, clearly your spirit is not speaking to mine. And that's right. It's still the World Wide Web. But then sometimes I choose and go, okay, well, he seems okay. I may talk to him, right? Or whatever. So I got asked out recently. It was so funny. On Sunday, I was like, God, I really don't want to go. Can you please have him cancel this date? And then like minutes later, it was canceled. I was like, yes. It sounds so funny. It sounds so bad, but praise God. So you guys won't really see me on all these dates. You won't see me saying, I'm getting dressed to go out tonight, because the last thing I need is the right man to see me as somebody that goes out on dates with everybody, eating up his money. I ain't got time for that. When I go out, I have the intention of swiping my own card for my own stuff, right? But I also have to be mindful of that, right? So like when you guys read the blog, I talked about I went on this date with this person, and then this is why I chose to go out with him, and this is how it went. Or I went on a date with this person, and this is why I chose to go out with him and how it was. That's why I tell you guys that stuff. People say, are you dating now? I'm like, well, I'm not in an exclusive relationship. I do meet people. I'm not talking to anyone on a consistent basis by any means. The first guy I went out with, I didn't go on a second date with him. The second guy I went out with, I did go on a second date with him, right? And so let me give you another example about branding, so to speak. My hair's sticking up. So, and this is just a tip, and then we can get off. So the second guy I went out with was very much, I love God, I love Jesus. And he was very, very aggressive in terms of his relationship with God. Like he grilled me like I was about to get proposed to within like 5 minutes. I was like, do you have anything else you want to ask? You asked a lot of questions, a lot of hard questions. And so I let him do him. And I said, well, any minute I'm about to sucker punch him. I'm about to, like, not with my fist, but with my words. And he was just going on, and I said, oh, okay. And I said, so when's the last time you had sex? He was like, what? And so for me, I'm like, here you are presenting yourself as this man of God, as this and this and this and this and this, grilling me, asking me all these questions that you technically shouldn't be asking me because you don't know me. Let me hit you with the sucker punch. When's the last time you had sex? And he told me a couple years. Okay. And then all of a sudden, he starts talking about how he fulfills himself. And I was like, that's like a sin, right? And he's like, well, only God can judge. Pump your brakes. I was like, okay, right? And I said, so, he said, so why are you single? And I said, well, I don't believe in sex before marriage. And he's like, what you mean? I was like, the next guy, we're not doing it until we get married. And I said, so how do you feel about sex before marriage? And here hit there with the whole, well, when I'm with somebody and I'm committed to them, da-da-da-da. And I didn't say it to him, but I wanted to say, but you just grilled me about being this and this and this as a woman of God. This and this, yada, yada, yada. You're branding yourself as this man of God, love the Lord, committed, obeyed. And I was like, he tainted his own brand. He tainted his own brand by over-promising and under-delivering. Right? That he overpromised and underdelivered in a matter of an hour. Right? In a matter of an hour. He tainted his own brand. You see what I'm saying? He tainted his own brand by doing all that. And it was just like, now granted, I wouldn't have gone on a second date with him no matter what if he told me at the beginning or in the end. But it was still like, no, because I don't need to be the only one trying not to do it. I need you to be committed not to doing it, because I'm going to get weak and I need you to be strong, and vice versa, right? Tainted his own brand. And so here's what I'm saying. You can't be out there saying this with your brand, but you're doing this, right? It's like you're saying you provide the greatest customer service, you're high quality, you are, that's right, Dewana. You can't be saying that you are this high-class brand and your graphics are bootleg. Your stuff looked like your 5-year-old did it in a WordPress, in a Word document. You can't do that. That your logo looks like somebody on Fiverr did it for $5. Don't get it twisted. There's amazing people on Fiverr that can do graphics, but some people don't do great graphics. And so you're talking about you're this high-end brand trying to charge people all this money. Your stuff got to match up. Your stuff has to match up. Like when I launched my marketing company August 1st and you guys start working with me, listen, I'm training my graphic designers right now how to do X, Y, and Z. He sent me something this morning. I said, thank you so much, but this is really not on target with my brand. Did you see the email, the long email I sent you about branding and all those images that I found on social media, found online that tells you what good branding looks like? I said, I need you to send me a couple things that look like that. And he was like, but it was like, because when I hire him to work with all of my clients, I need to make sure that if he say he'll get it to me in 2 weeks, that in 2 weeks when it comes, it's beautiful and we can deliver it to the client, right? Not because we got to go back because it's a mess, right? So I have to work because it taints my brand, right? So that's it. I know there was a lot and it was completely off topic what it was supposed to be. But everything you do is branding you, right? Everything that you do is branding you. Oh, I hope Facebook isn't breaking up. That's terrible. Kristen Arillis, you asked about, you did a lot of Black Power posts. Should you do more positive? Here's what I say. Be you on your social media account, right? Be you. Don't be anybody else, right? I'll say this to you specifically. So I've seen you posting lately. Listen, don't be the person you're imitating, right? Not because it's a bad person, but you need to be you. And you're imitating somebody else, right? You need to be you, which is happy, which is young, which is new mom, wife. You need to be you. You're imitating somebody, and I did, since you asked, you need to be you. Because when you be you, it's easy to do it, right? So yes, do positive stuff, but be you, all right? Oh, bummer. You guys can't see me. Yep, Consuela, it's going to be recorded. Well, it is recorded. So, and then also, you guys, here's the deal. If you guys want to rewatch all of my broadcasts, you may have missed some of them. All you have to do is go back into the Facebook group. To get into the Facebook group, you just go to www.KeenyaKellyClass.com, www.KeenyaKellyClass.com, and it'll reroute you to the Facebook group. Now, here's the deal. If you haven't already taken the brand assessment, do that. It's free. It costs us hundreds of dollars. It costs us hundreds of dollars to create this brand assessment. All you have to do is go to mybrandpersonality.com, mybrandpersonality.com, take the quiz. It's a 12-question quiz, very short, and it's going to tell you your brand archetype. It's going to tell you your personality, your suggested model, your fonts, your colors, all that type of stuff, and it's free. Listen, if you were to hire me and I figure out your colors, I figure out your fonts, I figure out all this type of stuff, that's going to cost you about $3,000. If you hire me because I got to talk to you, ask you questions, work through all of whatever's going on in your head, right? It's going to cost you $3,000 minimum. But if you take this quiz, it's free. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Take the quiz, it's free. Hello. Like my brand, my main brand, I am the magician, right? I just recently took the quiz again myself for Keenya Kelly Marketing Group. Keenya Kelly as a brand is the magician, right? But Keenya Kelly Marketing Group, we are the creator. Right? And so it was amazing to see the difference in the two. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Yay. And then eventually I'll take a quiz for my ministry when we launch that. or whatever. Okay, so take the quiz. It's mybrandpersonality.com. And then the way you guys can thank me is by, post it on your Facebook page for me, saying, hey, I'm so excited. I'm rebranding my business, because you're still branding. I'm rebranding my business, and Keenya Kelly was able to help me rebrand my business. Take the quiz and put in the address, mybrandpersonality.com. mybrandpersonality.com, right? And that's the way you can thank me for not costing you $3,000. All right. So that's it, you guys, for this edition of Keenya Kelly Morning Show. Don't forget, if you brand it, they will come. If you brand it, they will come. All right, guys. God bless you. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Bye.